No other Instagram but that on neighborhood Crip. Custer Lovejoy and his friends is all a scam. I don't would. Y'all Mac in with Instagram at 55th Street _ and get all fair citizens. I take all things fair. I play ball, get cracking fair. And I do all citizens fair. Let's do shit fair. Fair. On wood. Fair is the word. Y'all learn to spell that motherfucker. F-A-I-R. On wood. Fair. Can we say fair? Fair, 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 fair. On wood.
This message is to Crip Mac, or whatever he call himself these days, right? You know, you got on there and dissed a whole bunch of hoods, you feel me? Like niggas is busters, you know? You gotta stand on that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But that's on them. You wanna call me a buster and all that, you gonna have to stand on that too, bro. So, you know, it's cool. We're gonna holler.
Back to back. I'm in the gym, sitting in the hood like back to back. I'm in the hood like back to back. We got the internet solo, back to back. I'm in the hood, knocking it up like back to back. I'm in the gym, sitting in the hood like back to back. Me and Sarah get in the hood like back to back. You like that? 50 get out of here. Shut your eyes. We was back to back. Oh, hood is a joke.
When you really sit back and analyze the situation from a business standpoint instead of an emotional standpoint, it starts to make less and less sense why anybody who already has motion would put themselves in a position to burn bridges with the very same community that helped elevate their platform in the first place. Christopher Lovejoy has built a strong presence for himself on YouTube, and on top of that, he operates his own private security company, which already gives him multiple legitimate revenue streams. That's not somebody who should be moving like they're desperate for a quick cash grab, especially not in a way that involves misrepresenting access to somebody like Crip Mac. Because at the end of the day, the people who are reaching into their pockets thinking that they're paying for an opportunity, an interview, a booking, or some type of collaboration are doing so in good faith. And once that good faith is violated, it doesn't just hurt the individual who sent the money, it damages the trust that the entire ecosystem depends on. Now you also have to factor in timing. Crip Mac was just released from prison last week after doing 3.5 years, which means he's entering one of the most critical transition periods of his life. This is the phase where every dollar matters, every appearance matters, every legitimate endorsement matters, and every business deal needs to be structured in a way that helps him stabilize himself financially while also creating long-term opportunity. He's going to need all of his increments, and those increments aren't just limited to YouTube monetization. We're talking about brand deals, walkthroughs, paid interviews, merch collaborations, licensing agreements, meet and greets, sponsored content. Real business moves that can help him re-establish himself without having to revert back to anything that could jeopardize his freedom again. So if somebody is truly interested in doing business with him, the proper way to go about that is simple. You reach out directly or through verified management channels, just like everybody else who wants to work with talent. You present a structured offer that makes sense financially. You bring something to the table that is lucrative enough that it benefits both parties. That's how real partnerships are formed. That's how you turn a one-time opportunity into an ongoing relationship. And that's how you create a situation where everybody involved is able to eat, not just today, but 6 months from now, a year from now, maybe even 5 years down the line. Because good business doesn't just put money in your pocket one time. It builds professional credibility. It builds your reputation. It lets other companies, other creators, and even corporate entities know that you're somebody who can be trusted with contracts, deadlines, deliverables, and finances. And in this content creator economy that we're all operating in, including platforms like what you've been building with Inyobidness, that type of reputation is everything. One solid deal handled the right way can lead to referrals, sponsorships, distribution opportunities, and collaborative ventures that literally change your entire financial trajectory. You go from chasing money to having money chase you because people feel comfortable doing business with you. But when you engage in bad business practices, whether that's inflating prices under false pretenses, misrepresenting your level of access, or straight up trying to broker deals that you're not authorized to broker, you're doing more than just getting over in the moment. You're closing doors that you may not even realize are connected. Word travels fast in these entertainment and influencer spaces. Once your name starts being associated with being janky, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have or how many views your last video did. Brands are going to think twice before attaching their logo to anything you're involved in. Creators are going to hesitate before collaborating. Event promoters are going to question whether or not you're someone who can be relied upon to handle business professionally. And once that trust is gone, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. Because people don't like doing business with individuals who have a reputation for playing with money. They don't like wondering whether the terms are going to change at the last minute, or if the opportunity being presented is even real. That uncertainty alone is enough to make companies and collaborators take their resources elsewhere. So instead of creating opportunity, you end up shrinking your network. Instead of expanding your influence, you isolate yourself from future deals that could have been worth way more than whatever short-term gain you were chasing in the first place. That's why in moments like this, especially when someone like Crip Mac is fresh home and trying to maximize every legitimate monetization lane available, the focus should be on transparent, mutually beneficial partnerships. Deals that uplift the individual, respect the community, and create pathways for future collaboration instead of sabotaging them before they even get started. Because solid business can create opportunities that last a lifetime, but bad business has a way of shutting doors permanently, sometimes before you even realize they were open in the first place.